I get paid in very different ways.
Cool. Dr. Phil.
I get that turtle power, motherfucker.
All this green in my salad, you can call it turtle flowers.
Turtle flowers? Oh my god. Turtle flowers. Oh my god.
All this syrup on my pancake, you can call it pancake hour. Yum yum.
Well, hopefully Benson's drunk, because you just hit him.
Fuck that nigga, he always close to me and shit. Go be close next to your girl. Like, I told you to watch the house for a week. You know, smoochy booching in the fucking closet? The whole house, bro. You got anywhere. This dude smoochy booches in the closet. You know, I want to respect them. I don't want to get any dust on the couch. I don't want to get none of her wetness all over the couch, bro. I'm glad it wasn't a mop on my couch and a broom on my couch, like lay it out when I got back, because I would have been like, oh shit, I have the keys to the wrong apartment. And just left, grabbed my PS4, like, look at that. I could use this. Like, are you serious right now, dude?
They have like the pillow right here, blankets.
For real. Lovely music playing. My whole Pandora list is just all love songs. Like, dude, I've spent years building up that playlist.
No love songs.
For real.
You see, like,
I want to play a love song right now for him, but you know, we keep getting banned for that shit.
Exactly. It's bullshit.
I mean, we're just promoting your shit that's not being listened to.
Exactly.
I mean, if I had music and people were playing it, I would actually comment on those videos, like, thanks, you know?
Exactly.
Like, when people mention me, like, and shit on, like, Instagram or something, or, like, I'll make a video, and somebody will make, like, a copy video, but then, like, tag me in it, I find that shit joyous. I'm like, obviously you watch, you know, I appreciate it. You don't even have to like nor comment, but the fact that you saw it, most people are weird, though. They always remind me of my dad, because I'll tell them stuff, or no, they'll see stuff I do on the internet, and then they'll come to me about it in person, so it'll throw me off, you know? Some people will try to hit me with a line and shit like that I did in one of my videos, and I kind of look at them like, what? And I'm like, think about it like, oh, okay, thanks, man, like, pretty cool, you know? Glad you were able to watch it and stuff, you know? But, like, my dad, I used to text him about anything. He would come in, and his opening line was like, I got your text. God damn it!
See, I would say.
But I don't like to be on phone calls, because most of that time, like 60% of those times were like emergencies where I didn't feel like being on the phone. Plus, I didn't have a phone for a while, so I used an iPod on like Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So I was only able to text back and forth. We should go on Kelly and Michael. Is that what they call it? Michael and Kelly. The TV show. Kelly Ripa and Michael.
Michael.
I wanted to say his last name, but I didn't want to butcher it on the internet. Because that nigga would have came at me with a suffer second best. You're talking all that shit about my fucking name. Nigga, if you don't stop spitting at me through that water hose, I'm gonna put a quarter in it and make you sing.
Oh no, dude, yesterday, dude, this fucking girl and guy fucking couple, she's got her fucking braces on and everything. Dude, she fucking, like, her S's were beyond horrible, dude. I'm like, okay, so that's fine. Fucking, like,
Damn.
yeah, dude. Right, the last word she said when she said goodbye, I'll see you later. Like, we'll come in and see, like, whatever. Dude, all I see is spit coming out. I'm like, just bare face.
You should have said, don't forget to take our survey.
Dude, I was laughing, dude. Then me, Karen's like, were you checking out? I'm like, no, I was just like cleaning the face because I just like,
Bro,
I felt like it was raining on me all day.
I saw a nasty couple yesterday. Like, I didn't think they were a couple because a lot of people in Vegas, you can't tell whether they're friends, they're together, you know, related, or, you know, you're not sure. So it was this couple together, and I was thinking they were like maybe a new couple or like a couple that was getting into transition, but one of them was scared because they both came up with their shit, but they had it like, they were standing next to each other, like say this is the boat, one of them had this shit here and the other one had his shit like over here, like in the corner, like standing off with his arms crossed. So I'm already looking at him, I'm like, separate? And they're like, yeah, separate. So I'm still holding one item, and they got two items, and I'm like, so whose shit is this? I'm like, so 1, 2, 3? Or 1, 2, 3? And they're like, that one. I'm like, okay. So I ring the shit up, and then I I give the girl a bag, and I'm like, all right. So then the dude, you know, he brings his stuff over, so I sign in, scan his stuff, and then I'm like, you want it in the same bag? That's like always my question, not to say like you guys are together or anything, but maybe y'all going to the same place. Maybe you guys are gonna watch all these movies together. You know, I don't know. I'm just being generous. You know, trying to make shit live between y'all because obviously it's an issue. So I'm like, same bag, and he's like, no, different bags. And she's like, why you don't want my bag? He's like, and then he kind of like responds with like the I'm sick of you bitch voice. He was like, fine, I'll put it in your bag. But then I was like, y'all tripping. Like, I don't need this shit right here. Like, so I was like, new bag, nigga. Separate but equal. Keep your bullshit out of here. Have a good day. And then he kind of leaned back and he was like, thank you. And then I saw his neck, it had a hickey. And then, you know, I'm not going to say the girl was ugly. She was just like, if my type had categories, she clicked other in every situation. No. No, not at all. Like, no.
Yeah.
So I saw the hickey on his neck. I'm like, pondering. For like a point second, I was like, could he have got that from another girl? She mad about that? And I was like, nah. She looked like she would have did that shit to him. But now they're going through some weird shit. They probably didn't go all the way. Which was the song I was going to play for my nigga Benson. But we'll keep that out. No worries. We don't care. I want to play it. I'm itching at it. But no, I'm not going to play it. So, yeah, so I was thinking that. I'm like, that's strange. But that was it. And then, you know, the other pandemonium with other crazy fucking things to deal with. Well, let's talk about what you went through at work. Anything else?
No, not really. Same old bullshit. Let's see, Alicia actually said hi to me only in a bitchy way yesterday, which was kind of surprising because every time I see her, she never says a damn thing to me. The only time she says it is if there's someone around.
I have one of those.
Dude, I'm like
there's this girl. She don't like me. She wear Nikes. My scores be high key. Her scores be low key. She act like she don't know me. But when she with her friends, she's screaming out, hi Dover. I did it right. I did it right. You don't like me? Bitch, take a hike. Like, but yeah, like, every time there's a person around, like, you know my thing is, you see me every time I come in, I just wave. I don't fucking come up to people, hi, how you doing? Good to see you. No, I don't really give a shit. You know, like,
I'm just like, hey, buddy.
Like, this is the workplace, you know, I'm not going to see you once I leave here. I'm not even going to remember anything we talked about, you know, so I'm just going to wave, you know. Generosity wave. How you doing, you know? Hello, everyone. Hello, you know. Presidential shit. But, you know, the fact, like, sometimes I wave, and then it's kind of like if a force fucking, you know, a force wave came out, you can see, like force energy, and then she just passes right by the energy. I'm like, okay, whatever, just blow it off. But that, I hate when people do that shit.
Yeah,
because I don't do that. If I'm walking right, one time I almost missed a guest. Every time a guest comes with me, or if I see them, you know, like if I sent them to a department to find something, I'm like, hey, did you find it? And they're like, yeah, it was exactly where you said it was. Thank you. I do that. But one time, a lady came. She was in the trading cards, and you know, when I walk from the to go get my go back to the guest service, I stay on the far right, so I don't get in the way of guests trying to, you know, check out. And then plus I'm far enough to see all my DVDs on the end cap to know if I need to bring any up. So I'm walking that way, and she comes out, like I'm already past. I'm like already by the DVD check thing, and I'm looking at that. So I'm already, you know, thinking of which ones I'm gonna bring up here. And then I just heard, oh, I found it. And then she said, like, she clearly knew that I didn't hear her. So she was like, oh, okay, you know. And then I turned around, and I'm like, maybe she was talking to me. So I turned around, and she still, like, has her head turned to where she could see me. And I'm like, oh, hey, did you find them? And she's like, yeah, I found a whole bunch, thank you. And I'm like, all right, cool. But never where if somebody's, like, waving, even if somebody's looking at me, and they're just fucking staring, I'll wave, you know? First of all, I'm like, I can see you looking at me. And,
well, except for those, like, when we're sitting on the bench, and they just stare us down. I'm like, is there a problem? Can you smell the smoke from here? Your window's completely up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, one dude, he's like,
the funny thing is, we're not in the wrong. That is a cigarette smoking spot. There is a cigarette asher right there.
Exactly.
That's what that means. Target has them everywhere. I went to a Target in Upland. They have a complete blocked off section where you could smoke with the smoke asher that has the ashes in it.
Oh.
Like a big ass ashtray.
Yeah.
Shit's pretty sweet. It's an ashtray trash can. Like at the top part, it has an ashtray, and if you have food out there you're eating or whatever, trash can. And it's completely blocked off. There's no windows where you can get you're eating that food at and you can see them. You're like, oh, I see him smoking. I feel sick. You know, I feel like I can smell it through the window. None of that. It's completely blocked off section. You have to literally walk up and around the corner, down some more, and then you'll be at the entrance.
Exactly.
That's cool. I'm not saying that our spot is bad, but that's what it's for. I used to sit on the furthest bench, but you know, it would take me a minute to get all the way from there all the way. You know, it already takes me like 2 or 3 minutes to get back into the place all the way to the time clock.
Yeah.
Especially walking through A block, you know, there's a lot of lost people wondering if shit's in the back.
Exactly.
So that's why I do my phone thing now. It's like, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just I seriously can't help you.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna start doing now. Because
I wanted to bring my headphones in, you know.
Yeah.
Emerson is smart with that. He puts his headphones in, and it's not even like if you like the national symbol for over the ear headphones is don't fucking talk to me. Exactly. That's what that means. If you see anybody with them headphones on, you don't try to strike a conversation. Hey. Good to see. Nigga, they can't hear you.
They don't want to hear you.
That's why they got the shit over. Like, my shit is noise isolation.
Yeah.
Plus, they're Bose, so I can hear shit. I'm hearing the great sounds of this music, feeling like I'm in the studio, you know. I'm jamming out, but I don't want to bring them to work, because then leave them in my locker, somebody see them, you know. Start trying to steal them, you know. I ain't dealing with all that. Especially because how far I am, and say if they're way over there, they're like, oh, can you open my locker? And, you know, I'm working, not thinking about it. And they're like, it's this one. And I'm like, oh, what do you have in there? Oh, just my headphones. Boom, my shit's gone.
Exactly. But here's the other thing, though, dude. Now, apparently they're starting to monitor our breaks up front. Who takes a break? How long they take it for? Lunches and everything. I'm like, I just told, what's your name told me, and I'm like, why? Like, yeah, they don't trust some of you guys up there saying you're taking too long of breaks or anything. I'm like, really? It's 15 minutes. Wow, we go a minute over. Oh my god, we in trouble?
My thing is, people, I don't know.
They're just driving me crazy.
I don't know what it is, you know? People always try to get me to tell on people. I'm not a rat. Like,
exactly.
At all. Like at the last one I worked at, they used to come to me and like, oh, what time did so-and-so go to break? I'm like, 15 minutes ago. And then they asked me like, what time did you go to break? I'm like, 15 minutes from now. like that's it. Like, and then I used to say stuff because they used to be like, because I was a cashier. Like I always had my electronics training since my first store, but they had me cashier, and then when I'm hard lines, I was hard lines close enough to electronics. Yeah. So it was like I worked hard lines, but I also like intertwined with electronics. Yeah. Plus, if they needed coverage, at first they started me off with coverage, and they gave me a few shifts, like maybe like 3 or 4 shifts a month, you know, and then after that they had me there for a minute. But then at the new store, the store we work at now, when I transferred, they didn't have any electronics position, but they all heard about me, you know, and they were like, we gotta get that guy over there, you know. I had like super high scores at mine, and then like because we had a like that was the book I was asking for when I first got there. We had a daily book, and it monitored AAR, so we knew personally how we were doing, you know. Oh, yeah. It had a folder like a binder, and it had the 30 days on it. Plus, it had 2 slips in the front where we would we kept like our 4x4s and other stuff right there. Yeah. But when you open it up, it had it had 3 different columns, but we only had an opener and a closer. So it had the open column for the opener. The middle side we would skip because that was when people covered. And they put their name, you know, and then they would put what they got, like.
Oh, I know this because I did that when I first began Target.
Yes, and then after that we had the 3rd column for the closer. My shit was always filled. Like I used to look at the dude, they were like, he's our best one. He would have 1 or 2 things. You look, I'm already maxing out the page, writing outside the boxes. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, like because he's in the position, you know, I'm just like a nuisance, you know. Like they kind of kept it like that. Like, okay, well he's doing good now, but what if he fucks up, you know? Then we already have him in electronics. So that's why they kept me hard lines. And then when I went there, they knew about it. Because when they introduced me to BJ and Keith, they were like, this is Dobry. He, you know, he's working cashier, but we always schedule him hard lines. He's in electronics. He does, yes, sir. Like, they were like, he pretty much does everything. Like, you know? And then they were like, oh, that's good. You know, we need that. And then, you know, and then here's the thing. Biggest thing. I hope both of y'all get this. Biggest thing. I kind of learned this from growing up with my grandparents. And the fact that I used to ride a lot of buses. You never, ever, this is why I don't judge people. This is why I already been offered a security job 3 or 4 times.